Starting off in child's pose, just ease into your hips, into the tops of the feet, stretch out your arms and then lift yourself up into all fours. Start to stretch out your wrists a little bit, moving from left to right, maybe turning the fingers towards you, just feeling what you're feeling in your wrists and breathe into it. Bring your fingers back to forwards, it's going to work in some cat-cows. So allowing the chest to start to lift up, roll the shoulders back, feel what you're feeling in the middle lower back and then push and dome your back up. Curl the toes and lift your bottom up, lift into a down facing dog. Walk your feet out a little bit, right and left. We're going to roll into your first vinyasa, dropping your knees, bring your chest all the way down. Lift the chest up, bring your chest back down and then push your bottom back towards your heels, then lift your bottom up into a down facing dog. Let's go for a second set. So roll into your plank, keeping the knees up this time, hover down to your elbow height, push onto the tops of the feet and then lift the bottom all the way back up into your starting position. One more. So roll it forward, really dome through the upper back, then hover down elbow height, press onto the tops of the feet to keep the legs active, then lift your bum all the way back up into a down facing dog. Now lifting up your right leg high into a three-legged dog, and then bring your right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down onto the mat, bring the hands on the inside edge of your right foot and just wiggle into your hips. Notice what you're feeling in your left hip, and then we're going to bring your right hand all the way up. Start to feel the stretch across your chest. Bring the hand back down, and then step back into a plank. Hover down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up into an up dog. Breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up into a down facing dog. Left side. Lift the leg. Bring the left foot forward. Drop it down, bring the right knee down to the mat, and then ease into your hips. Then start to lift up your left arm to the sky. Notice what's going on through your chest and your shoulder. And then bring your left hand all the way back down. Curl the back toes and step back into a plank. Hover yourself down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, and then breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Right leg lifts high, bend the knee and roll the right hip open. Bring the right foot in between the hands and then lift the hands all the way up towards the sky. Come into a high lunge. Bring the hands all the way down. Step back into a plank, hover yourself down. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then exhale as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Left side, left leg lifts, bend the knee, roll the hip. Bring the foot all the way in between the hands, lift the hands up, and as you lift up, notice the sensation in your right hip. Step back into a plank, hover down, breathe in as you lift the chest, breathe out as you lift the bum all the way back up. Right leg lifts up nice and high, bend the knee, roll the hip. Bring the right foot in between the hands, lift the hands up and turn the back heel down. Bring your arms wide, come into a warrior two. Sink a little bit into the right knee, feel it in your hips and your shoulders. Bring the hands to the floor, step back into a plank, hover down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, breathe out as you lift the bum all the way back up. Left side, bend the knee, roll the hip. Bring the foot in between the hands, lift the hands all the way up, turn the back heel down and open up into the warrior two on the left side. Bring the hands all the way down to the floor, step back into a plank, hover down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, exhale as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Right leg lifts up nice and high, bend the knee and roll the hip. Step the right foot in between the hands, lift the hands up, turn the back heel down and open up into a warrior two. Flip the right palm, come come forward and then reverse the warrior. Feel an opening through the right side of your body and your hips, and then come all the way back into a warrior two. Step back into a plank, hover down, breathe in as you lift the chest up, and exhale, lift the bottom all the way back up. Left leg lifts up high, bend the knee, roll the hip. Step the left foot in between the hands, lift the hands up, turn the back heel down and open up into a warrior two. Flip the left palm, go forward, reverse it. What are you feeling in the left side of your body? Breathe. Come back up, bring the hands to the floor, either side of the left foot. Hover yourself down, breathe in and lift the chest up, and exhale, lift the bottom all the way back up. Right leg lifts up nice and high, bend the knee, bring the foot in between the hands. Lift the hands up, turn the back heel down and open up into a warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse it. Come back into a warrior two. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh and then lengthen the left arm all the way to the front. Go a little bit deeper by dropping the right hand to the floor. Feel an opening to the left side of your body. And bring the left hand down to the mat. Lift the right arm all the way up towards the sky. Feel an opening in through your chest. Bring the right hand down, step back into a plank, hover down. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Left side lifts up, bend the knee, roll the hip. Step the left foot forward, lift the hands to the sky, turn the back heel down and open up into a warrior two. Flip the palm, move forward, then reverse it. Come all the way back up, drop the left elbow to the left thigh and then lengthen the right arm to the front. And really push the edge of the right foot into the floor to make like a locking sensation. Drop the right hand to the floor, lift the back heel and then lift the left arm to the sky and twist. Breathe. Bring the left hand all the way down, step back into a plank. Hover yourself down. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Right leg lifts up, bend the knee, roll it open, and then bring the right foot in between the hands. Lift the hands, keep your eye gaze forward, and then leap onto the right leg, and come into a capital T. Bring the hands to the floor, keep the right hand planted, then lift the left arm to the sky and see if you can turn the left toes to face the left side. Then drop the left hand down to the mat and then lift the right arm to the sky. Revolved half moon. Drop the right hand down, let the head now come down towards the shin. Feel it down the right hamstring. And then step back, hover yourself down. Inhale as you lift the chest up. And then breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Left side, left leg lifts, bend the knee. Bring the left foot in between the hands. Lift the hands up. Eye gaze forward. Pull up through your belly as you lift up onto your left leg. Now bring the hands down towards the floor. Keep the left hand planted on your left fingertips. Lift the right arm up. Really roll your right hip open. Drop the right hand down to the floor and lift the left arm to the sky and feel this in your left buttock. Bring your left hand down and then fold over your left hamstring. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Hover yourself down. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, press through your fingertips. Breathe out as you lift the bottom all the way back up. Look between your hands, walk, step or hop the feet forward. Breathe in as you lift up onto your fingertips and exhale and fold. Get your feet to the hip distance. Take your first two fingers around your big toes. Lift your chest, breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold. Shake your head a little bit. As you fold yourself down, use your arms. Make your biceps work. Focus on what you're feeling in your hamstrings. Now sliding your hands underneath your feet. Fold yourself forwards and then down. Keep your shoulders lifting away from your ears. And opening up your feet about mat distance. Drop your bottom down towards the floor. Come into a little squat position. Press your elbows to the insides of your thighs. Press your hands together. Focus on what you're feeling in your hips and breathe. So just work into your hips a little bit more. Have a little float. Bring your knees onto the tops of your triceps. Keep your eye gaze forward. Then hop yourself back. Breathe in as you lift the chest up, and then breathe out, lift the bottom all the way back up. Look forward, come back into a squat position. Now let your bottom drop down onto the floor, and work into your core here. So lift the legs up, and then allow yourself to hover down to a low boat. Lift back up. Keep breathing as you come back down. Lift back up. Keep the focus. Last one. And then allow your legs to fold forward. Let your chest walk towards your toes. Hook the big toes with your first two fingers and fold yourself forwards and then down. Focus on what you're feeling through your legs. Breathe. Slowly lifting yourself up. And let yourself roll all the way back down. Bring your knees towards your chest. Lift yourself up into a shoulder stand. Really get your elbows right underneath, your palms on your lower back. Lifting the feet towards the sky. And now let the feet drop down behind you, come into a plow pose. Interlace your hands behind your back. You find your toes can touch the floor. And then allow your knees to drop beside your ears, wrapping your forearms around your legs. Letting your legs roll out. Bring your palms beside you. Lift your chest and let the top of the head come towards the floor. Bring your knees towards your chest and then let your knees drop over towards your left side. Allow your right arm to open towards the right. And just appreciate what you're feeling through your spine, your sides, your legs. Lift your knees back up to the top and then drop your knees all the way onto the other side. If your neck's feeling okay, you can start to turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Breathe. Lift yourself all the way back up. Give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. Going to come into a happy baby pose. So take your first two fingers around the big toes. Try and keep your bottom pressing towards the floor. Notice what you're feeling in your hips. Rock a bit. And allow yourself to stretch out and come into relaxation. So turning the palms so they face up. Draw your chin in. Let your eyes soften. And allow yourself to completely relax.